Disclosing all your apps doesn't say you're backward. Just so you know. Welcome to iPhone.
Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another live day. Yeah, so guys, for today, I do want to speak about one particular coin, and I'm expecting quite a big move for this coin. The reason why is the weekly time frame. So if we have a look at the 1 week, I will obviously go over Bitcoin and ETH just now. I just want to show you what's happening for XRP, guys. So basically, we did break out of a weekly range. We've been trading in this range for almost 1 year. So you can see over here, we basically broke out and actually, yeah, the 26th of July. Last year, we had that massive move on the 23rd of July, if you guys remember. And yeah, similar market structure to what we had last time. So I do think that, if XRP can hold this level, I think we're going to see a massive move, because on the higher time frame, it is looking really, really good. And basically, if we draw from the breakout, right, if we draw from the breakout to the highs, the increase of this would be around about 65%. Okay. So this is a potential trade that I'm taking. It will be low leverage because, yeah, it's more of like a swing trade. And I do like the look of the daily time frame. It's holding this trend line. You can see over here on the 4 hours as well. So as long as price stays above this level, this is a valid trade and we can expect a break to the upside. But if it starts closing back below this level, then we can look for some sells. So this will be my exit strategy once we see a closure below here. But until then, looks really good. I like the setup a lot for XRP because of how it's looking on the weekly time frame, and the 4 hour is definitely holding this trend line. Although we have retested it multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. We've tested it 7 times, but if it holds this level, then we can definitely see price going higher. So I'm actually long XRP right now. Yeah, I do think that there's potential, guys. There's potential for upside. So just have a look at this. I'm not saying that you guys should do it, but yeah, you can see that it looks really good on the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting a good push. So that's XRP. Let's run through Ethereum quickly. Let's run through Ethereum. Wait, Ethereum. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually short on Ethereum, to be honest with you. I took a short this morning, but it was more of like a short. I put a limit order yesterday actually for this trade, and it came up, hit the level, and it is coming down. Yeah, so I'm just thinking, right now we do have our point of control right now at this level. So this is our point of control. Basically, this is where the most volume has been traded for the morning. So what I'll be looking at is if price can obviously close below this point, we can look for sells back down to this level, and then maybe look for buys back up. Okay, so right now for Ethereum, at least, yeah, I'm in a sell position, but I'm expecting if this can hold, we can definitely pump back up. Okay, so Ethereum not really ready for anything now. This trade was just based on the higher time frame yesterday. Obviously, we got rejected from this point of control right over here. So, what I was saying yesterday, I was saying that we can definitely see price come back down to these lows over here. So, like 22931, because on the daily time frame we did close below support, right? So if we take this away over here, this level, right? So this is your previous high. Basically, this was your support, and then we flipped into resistance. And yeah, I do think that this is obviously where I took the short from. Expecting price to come down from this point. So let's see what happens for Ethereum. Like I said, it's not a guarantee setup, but it was just based on the higher time frame, and because the daily time frame did flip bearish, right? So because we did close below the zone and we have retested within the morning, so yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, I do think that ETH is a good one. What else? Dogecoin back above the level, guys. So yeah, look at the Dogecoin, guys, on the weekly time frame. So this is important. So basically, if we do close like this on the weekly, then we can get into spot positions for Doge. We did retest as well. So this is my setup for Dogecoin, guys. Basically, I think that this is a good setup. If we close like this on the daily tomorrow, then we will definitely, most probably, pump back up to this previous high, because Dogecoin is literally at a point right now where we did. This is a beautiful breakout, a retest of the previous trend line, and it's starting to look really, really good. So this is Dogecoin. Dogecoin looking good for more upside on the daily time frame. This trade will obviously take a couple of days. So yeah, we will be looking at that as well. And then Bitcoin, guys, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Let's have a look here. So basically, Bitcoin, what are we looking at right now? It retested this level perfectly. If we look at the 1 hour and the 30 minutes, it's kind of looking like it's retesting this previous high as well. So we have a bit of resistance right now that we're currently facing, right? So if you look at this in the lower time frames right over here, you can see that there is some type of resistance here, and then also right over here. So if we start breaking above this level, 67,100, then we can definitely look for more upside for the day. Okay, so like I said, just long on XRP. That is the main coin, and then yeah, that's about that. Not much else happening, to be honest. Let's have a look at Bonk. Yeah, have a look at Bonk, guys. Like I was actually looking at this morning. Right? It's kind of looking good for longs, to be honest with you. The reason why is this trend line's been holding up really, really nicely. So something like that, right? This is the level that I was holding for the past couple of days, and it's looking really, really bullish. Like it's creating higher highs and higher lows. The lower time frames, it looks like it wants to break out. It looks like it did already. So you have a look over here. So we did have like a little breakout on the 1 hour, and it's currently retesting the lows. So if we have a look at the 30 minutes, we can actually draw a fib. So we did actually come back down to the 0.5. So it's looking quite good, bonk, for longs. To be honest with you, it does look quite good. I kind of like the setup because we retested this previous day's high. Yeah, and it looks like we should continue to the upside. So I do like the look of the setup. Basically, what I'm waiting for this is I want to see if we can just hold this on the 15, right, and the 30. So like essentially, I want to see price hold this resistance / support. You can see it's very strong. Previous data suggests that this could definitely rip from this point. Yeah, we do have some strong levels here. This is basically a 1 hour highs. So a little bit lower. This would be my next level. So the 618 at 0.2760. That's probably the level I'll probably look at. It's a little bit stronger than the current level. So I'll probably wait for that for bonk. So if we can come down a little bit lower here, that would be the entry for bonk. And yeah, we can go for quite a nice risk to reward from this trade. So I will obviously look at this. Looks really, really good. So let's see what happens. But yeah, like I said, not much happening right now. Ether, I was actually looking at this the other day. It was actually a really good setup. I didn't take it though, but it had a beautiful breakdown of this previous trend line. You can see this is something that you wait for. And then you take sales, guys, back down to the previous, like this was a 17% move, guys. That's over here. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. That's a beautiful setup. That's a 2-day move, but it's really, really clean. I mean, right now you can see that it's holding. It's kind of trying to make a comeback here. So basically, this is your previous level over here. You can argue it's a bit lower, around about here. This was like a fake out, but you can see that we had a beautiful retest of that level on the lower time frame. This would be the entry. Yeah, and it's still holding this point of control, which is obviously a good thing. So ETH5 potentially looks like it's going to move a little bit higher today. Like obviously, it still looks terrible, to be honest with you. The daily time frame still looks bad, but obviously holding support over here. This is your main support on the daily. So we can potentially come back up, retest this level, and then come down further, right? Because this did break smaller time frames structure, but we have to come back up in order to take out. Okay, so we could even come as high as this level, right? So there's a level over there. This is a fair value gap. I don't really trade them too much, but basically that is a key zone. That could be a zone that I'll probably look for sells. So yeah, I do think that we're going to see more upside today. Remember, today is quite an important day. We do have PCE, so there's a big news there a bit later, not now, around about like 4:30. Friday, yeah, PCE 4:30. Yeah. So there's going to be quite a lot of volatility. Yesterday we did actually have GDP, didn't really do much. We did see quite a nice dump, and then we see a recovery today. So that's obviously good. Yeah. So let's go back to the charts. We just have to watch out for that. It's nothing major, but PCE does definitely have an impact, and it's Friday, so there will be quite a bit of volume. Okay, so let's have a look at WIF as well. Yeah, these are just the key levels. Let's grab a different chart. Here we go. So basically with WIF, if we look at the daily looks really bullish. Still holding this previous level. Yeah, let's have a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is looking good as well. I guess this was the breakout, right? This is the breakout for WIF that we had yesterday. It's a really clean breakout. This was obviously the fake. Yeah, and we've retested the lows, right? We've already retested this previous resistance / support. So I do think that WIF looks kind of bullish there. So I do think that there's a possibility for more upside here. You can see that even on the lower time frames. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking actually really good, yeah. Sorry about that. I was just replying to someone. Yeah, so what I'm looking at, just basically for width, I'm kind of looking for long term. What else do we have here? I'm just gonna scan through all the charts and then see if we can maybe get some setups. Yeah, Sats looks so good. I mean, Sats broke out yesterday. That's so clean, like it's like so clean. Especially on the daily time frame, like it's so clean. Cardano, ARB kind of looking bearish, guys. I was speaking about this yesterday. So ARB, like if you look at ARB, I mean, it looks terrible, right? This looks like it just wants to dump. We had that trend line that was holding, then we had a fake out and broke above. But yeah, that's kind of gone now. So the thing with ARB is, we broke structure, right? So we have to look at this. We have to look at this from a structure point of view. So this was obviously the structure that we broke. So I'm just going to actually read everything here. So this is obviously a level right over here. Boom. Okay. Can we definitely come back up above that zone? Of course. We have a bit of a demand zone right over here. This could be an area of interest. Yeah, I want to see if we can see. Yeah, I think that's the zone where I'll probably look for shorts at that level. But yeah, I do think that there's a possibility of us just getting smacked from this level, to be honest. I think that I think that ARB can definitely come back up to the zone, but we've had such a huge volume decrease from that level, and right over here, guys, it's kind of this level. This level is strong. This level is strong. We broke down. Everything's kind of pointing that this could be the last bit of a retracement. But yeah, I do think that the 618, the 0.5 level, we might potentially see a bit of a bounce to those zones, and then we come smashing down there, smashing. Because let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Okay. WorldCoin broke out yesterday, guys. So I was actually looking at this. Broke out. It was very clean. And now it's looking like it wants to go higher. If you look at the daily time frame as well, if it closes above this point of control tomorrow, then I do think that we have more upside. Kind of looking good, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's not much else happening. Okay. Let's see. So, like I said, guys, we are short at the minute. Though we long on XRP, but we short on Ethereum. The thing is with Ethereum, like the reason why I shorted, there's a lot of information that it's kind of saying that this could be the zone where we could see downside. But yeah, I mean, it can definitely bounce. I'm not saying that it can't, but yeah, I do think that this is a good setup. Yeah, so I'm long on XRP, guys, and the reason why is the main reason why this is the setup that I'm long on is because I do think that XRP is really, really. If we look at the higher time frame, right, the weekly, we broke out. Okay, we broke out of this level. I'm expecting price to come back up to these highs, so I'm quite bullish on XRP on this breakout. So yeah. Yeah. So the take profits, looking at a 50% move to a 60% move. But yeah, the thing is with this trade, we do have to obviously get a daily closure above this level. But yeah, I'm anticipating that we will. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed. But yeah, I'm just low in leverage. This is more of like a higher time frame trade. And Solana as well. Solana as well. I was looking at this yesterday as well. So basically, we did have a retest of this level, which is really, really bullish. So basically, this was the previous high that I was waiting for yesterday, and we did close above it. And you can see right now on the lower time frames, it's kind of making a breakout structure right now. To be honest with you, that could be a called a fake out. Yeah, I think this is a clean setup, guys. If we look at the 4 hour as well, it's kind of about a break right now. So Solana looking good. The 30-minute time frame as well, holding support. Yeah, what I'll do for this setup is I'll take a long on the break. Okay, so that's XRP. I mean, XRP is a bit self-explanatory. We went over it. WorldCoin, kind of already missed that. WIF. Yeah, WIA is quite interesting. Like I said, I mean, it's not the best setup. So yeah, I'm not really gonna take that. Warcoin just carries on pumping. Shit. I'm just looking for some other setups. So basically, like I'm still shorting Ethereum. Like this is the setup that I'm obviously in. So it was like I'll run through it quickly again. So it's based on the daily time frame and also the weekly. So the daily time frame, this is a clear resistance, clear support you can see in the past, and we've retested right now. So I do think that Ethereum is ready to drop from this point because we did break structure. We can definitely come up a little bit higher. There is some gaps a little bit higher over here. This is definitely a possibility. But yeah, right now I would take the risk of taking a short from this point. And yeah, I do think it's a good setup. At least back down to this low here, retest this level. And then I'm also long, so I'm shorting and longing right now because the thing is, I'm really bullish on this setup for XRP. So yeah, I do think that this is going to pump really hard because we did break out of a year range. So XRP did break out of a year range. So I do think that it's possible for us to come a lot higher. So just watch out for this. This is definitely something that could happen. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I do like this setup a lot. But yeah, there's not much else happening. And there's obviously, if we have a look at crypto bubbles, we can see that, you know, so many coins are up from yesterday. So it is looking at like a potential relief bounce, of course. So yeah, I'm potentially looking at a move. Okay. So yeah, Rendar, we can have a look at Popcat actually up. AT&T, Aave. I want to have a look at Aave. I think Aave been doing quite well recently. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, almost back up to 100. Yeah, touched the 100 today. You can see it recovered really nicely. On the daily time frame, it's looking really strong. Yeah, I'm liking the look of this, to be honest with you, looking really clean. Obviously, right now, we're getting rejected. Let's just remove all these drawings. Have a look at the weekly. A little bit choppy of a range, if I'm honest. Obviously, we have our weekly support just below here. Boom. And then our weekly resistance will be probably this level here if we want to actually chart it properly. So then basically what we have to wait for is, I do think that, yeah, I mean, right now we're starting to create like a bit of a wedge formation. This was, I mean, you could say that this could be a trade. So what I'd probably wait for is I'd wait for price to break above this point, above like 101, and yeah, also above this point of control, because I do think that if price can break above this point of control at around about 101, I do think that it's possible that we will go a lot higher. So looking to target like these levels a little bit higher over here, like 129, and potentially this level here. So let's see. We've made a bottom structure for Aave, and it's looking like it, this consolidation is pretty much over. You can see that it started to make a higher high here. So I mean a higher low. So all we need to do is make a higher high, and yeah, I do think that it is starting to look really clean. So I would wait for a break of this level here. So just be aware of this. This could really pump hard from the current price. The structure is building really nicely. From the current price, we're looking at 30% to around about a 53% move. Yeah, so this looks really clean. Yeah, I like this a lot. Let's see what the stops would be. Yeah, I like this. I mean, the leverage would have to be like a 2x leverage. I mean, you can't really go high on the leverage on this one. But I mean, what we can do, we can simplify this a little bit. We can come down to the lower time frames, and we can look for some entries, right? So a possible entry for Aave is we can definitely come down a little bit here, and then this is where we should see a massive move, and then our stop loss will just have to be below this low. So we're only looking at, let's have a look here, around about 5% stop. So then we can use a 5x leverage, and we can definitely take the setup for the long term, because this trade is based on the higher time frame. It's not really based on the 4 hour or the 1 hour. It's based on the daily and the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting this to obviously flip bullish, which the weekly candle has. And this weekly candle is actually forming quite a strong hammer candle, which normally indicates potential upside. So I do think that this will be the trade for Aave, guys. Aave looking good. I'd wait for a small pullback though. Okay. So that's going to be that.